Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about the best characters in Marvel Contest of Champions. And this is my personal tier list, the December update. All tier lists are a little bit biased, but for the most part it should be accurate. And at the end of the day, rank up characters that you are comfortable with, that you enjoy playing with. But if you want a guide, then this is kind of a rough guide. I did hear the feedback in the last update. In November I made my first tier list, and these are the changes that I made according to your comments and the discussion that I have on with people in Reddit and stuff. So I do hear that kind of stuff. So if you think that any of these characters are misplaced, then do let me know in the comment section. We can have a discussion, and if I agree, then I'll make the changes for sure. And first we're going to discuss the two characters that were not in the tier list last month. They are Spider-Ham and Immortal Abomination. Now I am in the content creator program, so I did get to play with both these characters and I tested them out in various stuff. For Immortal Abomination, I did a few damage comparisons. I tested him in Labyrinth, I tested him in Act 6 in variants. He is a very versatile character. He has a lot of damage. I don't think he is the best character for anything right now. He has a lot of potential. Like with 4 auras, his damage potential is just insane, but it's a very long build up, so that is the reason he's slightly lower right now. He has extremely long Petrify, which is kind of cool, and makes him one of the best doom counters in this entire game. So yeah, he has that going for him. Now in the CCP beta, we don't get to play with these characters in Alliance War and stuff like that, or in Alliance Quest. He is a character that I heard would be really good for players who run I'm not sure what the node is called, the path where people run King Root and stuff for poison. But he will be good for there, and we just don't have many characters who can apply poison. Like we have a normal Abomination with Red Guardian synergy, we have Dr. Voodoo with SP1s, we have Mysterio with his heavy attacks, but compared to Bleeds, there are just so many more characters who can regularly apply Bleeds. And Immortal Abomination, he just has a ton of poisons all over, and his toxic aura is also really good. So that is why he is in the nice section. Might get an upgrade later once he becomes more common and once I see more gameplay out of this guy. And then Spider-Ham, I think that he's not as good as Captain America Infinity War, Human Torch and Void. Even Thing and She-Hulk, they are better for sure, but at the same time he's better than the 4 characters I listed here: Red Hulk, Red Guardian, Immortal Abomination and Spider-Gwen. So he's kind of in between. I think he's more towards Kingsguard than Knight, and that is the reason I placed him there, but at the same time I might downgrade him later on. But for now I think he's a very fun to play character. He has a lot of damage output. He is immune to degeneration, which is a very unique ability. And just overall, with playing with him in variant 5, Labyrinth and Act 6 against Icarus and other areas, from my testing I really like him, and I do think that he is one of the strongest characters released this year. Definitely not as good as Cosmic Ghost Rider, but still really good. Now let's get on with the changes that I made. First, let me just scroll down and let you see the entire tier list, because in Knights and above average category we do have a lot of characters, and actually, like from Tigra, I might upgrade her because I've seen a lot of great gameplay from ex-Alliance mate Fintech. You've probably seen like Collector Solo, Labyrinth gameplay. He has a rank 3 6-star Tigra, and he's a huge fan. I uploaded a lot of his gameplay, including a tier 1 rank 3 6-star Thing boss, so check that out. And also, like, MSG has been putting out some really great gameplay videos on her, so I do think if you are skilled enough, then you can upgrade her in your personal tier list. And then the changes. So the first change was about Doc Ock. So he used to be in the above average category. He has been in the game for a very long time, and I think since he was released, people have been saying that he's really underrated. I do agree. I haven't played him much, I will be honest. and he is a character that requires a little bit of skill and understanding him. He has power control, he also has heal block, I think, and yeah, he is a very powerful character. He doesn't have any kind of immunities, which is kind of a deal breaker for me because I run suicides a lot, but he is definitely above average. That is why I promoted him to squires. And then we have Sabertooth. So a weird thing that I experienced while I was making this tier list is synergies. So synergies are weird. If like we consider the apocalypse, the horseman thing and all the synergies, then characters like Cable will go from being below average to like knights, and almost the entire mutant class will be knights. Plus there are just so many characters here like Abomination, or the characters that I want to see buffed. They have extremely powerful synergies, sure, but at the same time I don't think, because it's not in the base kit, I would still want Cable to be buffed, not only because I have him as a 6-star, but he deserves something more in his natural kit, because not everyone is going to have a 5 or 6-star version of Apocalypse, and you still would want to use your Cable. Like if that change was like his ability, a small update to his kit, that would have been a game changer for Cable. But even one character synergies could be really hard because with all these restrictions, especially like when you go for Act 6 variants, there are just so many restrictions. With variant 1 there is class restriction, variant 2 XL, although like you can bring them for synergies I guess. Variant 3 same tech, but you can bring characters for synergies. Variant 4 you have star level restrictions. Variant 5 Mystic and Spider-Verse. So in this game we are like there have been a lot of restrictions, so characters who require synergy still need, like bad characters who are now good because of some synergy still require a buff in my opinion, especially in the people characters in these two categories. But Sabertooth, even without his synergies, I kind of overlooked him, and he is definitely above average even without his synergies. And this mutant category in overall, I know that Iceman, X-23, Rogue, Old Man Logan and Sabertooth are all amazing characters, and compared to other characters in this tier, they are definitely the strongest. Like I would take X-23 over Ronin any day, and Iceman is just amazing for everything up till Act 6, and even now we use him a lot in for Hazard Shift and Alliance War and stuff. These are definitely really powerful characters. Ghost Rider as well, but in their respective class I think it is better because there's just so many good mutants that, and we have a lot of class based resources like tier 5 CC, tier 4 CC and Awakening Gems, Signature Stones, that I would first focus on these characters. But if you don't have them, then even these guys can get you through almost everything up till Act 6. And even then, like I just watched Brian become Cavalier with like Proxima, where have I placed her? Proxima, so Squire and Nebula, which is I've placed an average, but honestly, like if she's your only double immune character, then she can get you through so much stuff that I want to just upgrade her right now, but I won't. But if you want to talk about any of these characters, promoting them or demoting them, then do let me know. Next we have Iron Man Infinity War. He got bumped from average to above average. Now offensively, there are a lot of fans of this character. I'm not one of them. I haven't used him much. He is a character who checks a lot of boxes. So again, if you are just starting and like if you don't have a very deep roster, then yeah, Iron Man Infinity War can definitely get you through a lot of stuff. I'm not fully sure how his offensive kit works, but I have him at a very high signature level. I have even ranked him up for defense, but honestly besides arena I don't use him at all. he has some cool synergies, I think, which extends the plasma duration and stuff, which can do some really good damage if you can stack those plasma or something. But I don't think he is as good as Punisher 2099 or Doc Ock. Oh, another change that I made was where is he? Netflix Daredevil. He was in Buff Please category first, and now he's in above average. I don't think he's as good as Squirrel Girl, Killmonger, Black Widow, Deadly Virgin, or Gwenpool. I would still rather play with those characters. First of all of these have better damage, with maybe an exception of Killmonger. But at the same time, Killmonger has so much utility, with him being a great defender, with him having a ton of health. The indestructible on the SP2 is amazing. You can tank special 3s with him. The unstoppable when you're getting hit after the SP1, like on the blocks, that's not too helpful, but still the regular bleeds and the big bleed after the SP3, like he has a lot going on for him. Netflix Daredevil, I don't, maybe he'll be upgraded to this category, but I don't think he'll go any further. And I was hoping that, because skill class, you can see that above average we have so many, and at the top we just have Nick and Akon, who are miles better than everyone else in the skill class, which is kind of a shame. But moving on, we have OG Abomination. I completely missed this guy last time, and I have placed him in the average category. This is without his synergy with Red Guardian. With Red Guardian, he is just a completely different character. Like, I did the damage comparison between Abomination with Red Guardian synergy and Immortal Abomination. It was almost a draw. It was that close, and for the most part of the Realm of Legend fight, Abomination was winning. So I'd say everywhere in Act 6 Book 2, Abomination will be faster than Immortal Abomination, and he just has a lot of raw damage with all those poisons. And you've probably seen the insane rank 3 thing takedown with Abomination with Red Guardian synergy, which is just crazy. And yeah, but without the synergy, he's much worse. So that is why he might be in the below average category even. He's a tricky defender, but nothing more than that without the Red Guardian synergy, in my opinion at least. Then we have Rogue. I missed her as well in the above average category. Again, she can get you through a lot of stuff. She can steal buffs against non-tech characters. She can have a really powerful regeneration. She can have a good power control, power steal as well, so on SP2. So she has a lot of stuff going for her. She has some cool synergy with some characters. Well, I'm not sure with who. And when she came out, her prestige was also pretty decent. But right now, again, I would rather play with these 3 characters, and I do think that the difference between them is enough to make them to put them in separate tiers. Then we have Deadpool. I still didn't add X-Force because he's useless. He doesn't even deserve this category. He just has one use, literally one use, and that is the Nick Fury synergy. But other than that, he needs a buff. I would add him here, but I forgot. And the other Deadpool, I have him in average. He's very, very rare, one of the rarest characters. You can only buy him, and I think the highest available OG Deadpool is a 4-star version, so not exactly a character who people are using too much. He does have extremely powerful regeneration, not much damage, and bleed on special 2, but that's not extremely strong either, so that is why he's an average. But honestly, like, who cares? No one really uses this guy anymore because we don't have him as a 5 or 6 star. Then we have Havoc. He got a bump to the night section from the squires, and I think I feel similarly about Havoc like I did with Spider-Ham, that he's somewhere in between these two. Actually, I should downgrade Wolverine. I'll probably do that after this video, because without the Apocalypse synergy, he doesn't have much damage. She has great regeneration, but so does X23, and she has better damage, so I'll probably downgrade him to 2 tiers down and above average, or maybe in squires, because we are not considering synergies in this video. And but for the other, like, I do think Domino is way better than Havoc, or the same goes for Apocalypse. But at the same time, Havoc is better than the characters I've listed here. He's kind of in between, more towards Knight, so that is why I have placed him here. And again, will downgrade Wolverine. And I think that is pretty much it for all the changes that I've made so far. Do let me know if you have any suggestions. And that's basically going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more content. I do upload every single day. And stay safe. Bye bye.